Yu Ilshin punches. She dodges his punch. She says, "You seem pretty angry. All I did was kill a single bug." Yu Ilshin asks, "What? A bug?" She says, "What's the difference between a bug that's precious to you and one that isn't? Do you think you'll be able to explain that this time?" Yu Ilshin thinks, "What bullshit are you spouting?" She says, "I tried killing a loving husband as a task, but I couldn't feel anything in the end." She punches Yu Ilshin in the stomach. Yu Ilshin thinks, so fast. She's totally different from before. Miri appears there ready to fight. She says, "Take your hands off our teacher." Nether says, "You're just a bug I created. Die." Ilho appears, says, "Muscles." He punches Nether. Nether says, "You are." Ilho says, "Now's your chance, Mr. Yu Ilshin." Yu Ilshin says, "Nice timing, Ilho." She hits him and says, "Heavenly Demon's Terror." She looks all beat up. Handsome Clone says, "Is it already over? How boring. Even the destruction clone is there." Yu Ilshin says, "I had my clones and Ilho in place knowing that you would come. It's over now." Nether asks, "Over? You say?" The sky starts to break. Miri and Mina get scared and say, "What's that?" Mina says, "Run away, everyone. Something powerful is coming this way. A really big monster." Nether says, "It's too late. Destroy everything, my child." A monster jumps from the sky. Mina says, "We have to quickly." A really big monster appears. Monster punches Mina. Miri says, "Sister." Ilho says, "If 'tis a monster, I've killed enough to be sick of them while climbing the tower." Monster hits Miri. "A disciple of God." Yu Ilshin says, "What in the world?" System says, "Giant of the end, born 1 day ago." Remark, birthed from the Nether Dragon for the purpose of destroying the world and reviving the god of creation. Nether says, "Now that my child is here, the earth will be torn to pieces without a single thing left." Ilho stops the punch and says, "Did you think I would stay still while Mr. Yu Ilshin is in danger? I guess Earth still has some useful gods left." Clone says, "Main body, you should take care of Nether. We'll help Ilho and take care of the cowhead." Destruction clones are also there. The monster attacks him. The handsome clones say, "Plum Blossom Rampage." And the destruction clone uses a really powerful attack. Clone says, "With that, it didn't even leave a scratch." Monster uses a really powerful roar. Clones are disappearing. Ilho says, "How can it?" Ilho gets stomped. Nether tells, "It seems that there's only you left." Huh? He says, "Now then, for the finale. Die." Monster is about to punch Yu Ilshin. Monster arm gets broken. Net here is really surprised. Yu Ilshin laughs and says, "You're dumber than I thought. This place is the all there is in the world. It's the inside of my novel. You'll be the one to die here." Nether says, "This is an illusion? How?" "No, since when?" Yu Ilshin breaks all the fingers of the monster. Yu Ilshin says, "Who knows?" Yu Ilshin asks, "Want to take a guess?" "Well, I did predict that you'd come today. Do you still want an autograph? You came all the way here, after all." Nether says, "Interesting. However, do you really think a fake world like this can stop me?" Ilshin says, "Stop you? I was going to fuck you up instead." Yu Ilshin uses a really powerful attack. Nether says, "Not bad." She says, "Yes, right? You earned this power after becoming a top-class god, right?" Ilshin says, "Thanks to you. I don't want to admit it, but it's so well made that I wouldn't have noticed. But that's all. You're a failure. Nothing compared to the god of creation. Come, my son." Yu Ilshin thinks it's already recovered its arm. The big monster appears. A really big power-up can be seen from the sky. Yu Ilshin is hardly standing. Nether says, "Kill Yu Ilshin. Kill him and make him realize that he's a failure." Big monster attacks. Yu Ilshin says, "Giant of the end." Yu Ilshin starts riding. Monster is surprised. It was nothing more than a simple punch. No kill or divine power was imbued into it. A big explosion happens. Ilshin thinks, "What? The false creation of heaven and earth isn't working?" Creation says, "Yu Ilshin, get it together. The plausibility is going to be ruined if you say that there wasn't any divine power or skill used." Yu Ilshin thinks, "Right? All buildings will be revered back to their original steel." Nether says, what are you doing right now? All the buildings are starting to be repaired. Nether says, you little, do you think that you're actually the god of creation or something? Finish him. A big punch come toward you, Ilshin. Monster uses a really powerful attack. They say, the giant of the end was strong, but it could not inflict damage onto you, Ilshin. This was because you Ilshin was a top-class god and a reincarnation of the god of creation. You Ilshin says, plausibility sure is important. Well, how is that? She says, stop. You Ilshin is surprised. You Ilshin thinks this is Mina's mind manipulation, but it's on a whole different level. I can't even move a finger. Nether says, why are you so shocked? I was the one that shared my skills with my offerings. What do you think about my skills? You Ilshin says, well, I think it's all right. He thinks I need to stall for time. I've got to somehow move this pin. Nether says, you're still nonchalant about this? Anyways, I'll take those as your last words since I'm going to kill you now. You Ilshin thinks, don't tell me that she's going to use Miri's lightning too. Nether says, well, it was a pretty fun game. I don't need this world anymore. Ilshin says, wait, where do you think you're going? Sorry, but I'm not dead yet. You Ilshin right before he died to the lightning, you Ilshin split his body into small pieces as small as atoms. Then he put himself back together. He writes something. Nether says, no way. This cannot be happening. You Ilshin says, it's definitely happening.